The referees and the line judges for tonight are Mindy Leonard, Jenny Cruz, Jessica Burkett, and Kenny Snyder. Welcome to today's competition. Your paid or complimentary admission to this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by the students in an educational setting. Please give these students your positive encouragement and support. Booing, taunting, or intimidating the officials or opponents is unfriendly and unacceptable. And now for the starting lineup for the Lady Huskies. Number 4, playing middle player, sophomore, Alicia Hendry. Number 5, playing outside hitter, senior, Emma Beckwick. Number 7, Mary Golden, playing center and right side, sophomore. Playing defensive specialist, outside hitter, number 12, Madison Ostanovsky. Playing center, senior, number 15, Michaela Costco. Playing defensive specialist, senior, number 16, Cheyenne Bergen. Playing middle hitter, senior, number 17, Tia Bradley. Playing outside hitter, sophomore, also defensive specialist, number 18, Pam Lockett. Playing right side, sophomore, number 22, Brianne Costco. And playing libero, number 25, senior, Casey Bynum. The Lady Huskies are coached by Jackie Costco, assisted by Aaron Beckett. And now for the starting lineup for our Lady Bulldogs. Sophomore, number 5, playing outside hitter, Emily Cavender. Junior, playing outside hitter and setter, number 7, Emma Gill. Junior, number 16, playing setter, Allie Dickens. Senior, playing middle hitter and outside hitter, number 13, Bailey Garber. Senior, playing middle hitter, number 23, Rebecca Floor. And senior, playing outside hitter, number 24, Jessica Miller. The Lady Bulldogs are coached by Joel Cavender, assisted by Tony Cavender.
Hello and welcome to some D6 playoff action. This evening we have the number 5 seed and the number 12 seed. We have Claysburg Camelot, that's the 5 seed, and number 12 is Bishop Carroll. This is a home playoff match for the Claysburg Camelot Bulldogs, and this also is not currently live, so you're probably watching this on either Friday morning or Monday morning. And no, this game is not happening right now. It actually happened at 7:21 the evening before. An interesting note, actually, this is a late start. This game was supposed to start 20 minutes ago. But the team bus was late for whatever reason. And so we're starting at 7:20. And so this game's a little bit late. Also, thin crowd tonight, Ethan.
Trick-or-treat night.
That's right. I think it's partially that. You turned me down, Ethan.
Whoops.
I think it's partially trick-or-treat night. I kind of think it's more that you had to buy a ticket online to be here.
And, yeah, people aren't.
Which, yeah, like I wouldn't. Pain in the butt. Find anything online. Alrighty. That's going to be Bishop Carroll point right off the rip. Score 1-0. On the serve now, it's going to be number 13, Bailey Garver. Score is 1s. And that will be Bishop Carroll point.
Bishop Carroll out to an early 2-1 lead. On the serve here is number 15. Let me get my roster out here.
It's going to be Michaela Costco.
I'm not sure if that's Costco or Costco.
We'll
Costco. Today I was talking to a teacher formerly from Bishop Carroll, and I said Costco, and she didn't correct me. So
okay,
maybe that's right.
Now we have to figure out, was that because you didn't want to be rude?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I mean, that's the game we have to start playing then. Out of curiosity, who were you talking to?
Miss Byer. Mrs. Byer.
I didn't know she was.
I was reading her the roster off to her because she said she would know some of them, and she knew all of them.
Wow. Interesting. Well, Bishop Carroll, I mean, they're small school, just like us. They are single A.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the
Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, that's right.
Some tough competition up there in the Laurel Highlands, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Well,
just all, like, not necessarily volleyball per se, but just in every sport.
Yeah. Yes.
Laurel Highlands is just a stacked conference.
It's a solid conference, that's for sure. Score tied here early in the first. Score 3-3.
And tonight we actually can shout out our line judges.
That's right. We do know their names.
I have it on right here.
Right.
Line judge here on the right side is Jess Vaverka. And the left side line judge on the far side there is Kenny Snyder, who also happens to be my uncle.
Wow. So we got a hometown crew.
Oh, yeah.
Of line judges this evening. So, I mean, hey, shout out our line judges this evening. Shout out D6 line judges everywhere. We're having a very busy night. A lot of playoff games tonight. They're all tonight. Around the district, we have Glendale and Purchase Line playing, and then Portage and Ferndale, and Portage and Juniata Valley all playing this evening. So
there's a big difficulty finding refs.
Yes,
and
it has been an issue.
Luckily we were able to find some.
Yeah, so I know it's also been a conversation that some of these games, they you might see multiple playoff games in one night at one location.
Yeah, they almost had that here tonight, but Glendale was actually able to find some refs for their game.
I mean, and that was the ferocious block from Cavender, only a sophomore.
The other two officials tonight is Mindy Leonard and Denny Cruz. I'm not sure how to describe their positions, but Mindy Leonard is up on the ladder.
Yes.
And Denny Cruz is down by the table.
I think Leonard is the, I think head official.
Yes.
And then Leonard, I think, watches, net movement and the line more, I think. I think the far ref, he also deals with substitution.
Yeah.
I think that's also his job.
Bishop Carroll comes into this game with a record of 6-12. And the Lady Bulldogs are out to a early 7-5 lead here. Now serving for the Lady Huskies is number 18, Tatum Laffard.
Set, and spike. And that right into the soft spot of the Bulldog defense there.
Spike there from Alicia Heinrich.
The set. Spike from Polis in the middle, and that will hit the top of the net. On the serve now, it's going to be number 18, Tatum Laffard.
Set and spike there from Garver. And they give the Lady Bulldogs a point.
Net.
Yeah.
Called net there. Score 8-8. Play off the net by Dickin, and I think that was a carry there. They called on Dickin.
Here's Austinowski on the serve.
It's a set. That'll be the spike from 5, Beckett, and that will go long. That's going to be plays for a point. Score once again, 9-9. This game neck and neck so far.
That is one thing playing a team from the Laurel Highlands. Their record never shows how good they are, unless they're really good. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, and I mean I'm looking at D6 single A here. We got a few Laurel Highlands teams in here. I mean BG, they're the 1 seed.
I believe they're 18 or 19-1.
Yeah, I think they have not done a lot of losing. That's for sure.
Yes. Especially with that hard schedule the Laurel Highlands comes with.
And I don't think they're a historically good volleyball team,
BG's historically good at everything, but I don't know much about the volleyball program.
I could be wrong, but I don't think they're normally like this good. You know what I mean? Like normally, they're this good in football and every other sport they're good. And they'll beat you. They're not gonna. They're not ridiculous, but. This year, I think, really their year for volleyball, I think. I mean, they're the 1 seed, and I think they have a, favorable lineup, and that's going to be Bulldog point. I mean, and unfortunately for the Bulldogs, they are in the BG side of the bracket here. They're going to have to play BG in the semifinals next Wednesday if they make it that far.
Is that how that works? Or does it not go by seeding?
I don't think so. No, I think
what I was told is if we get that far, we'd be playing West Branch because we're like the higher seed.
Interesting.
But I don't know if that's how that's working or if it's starting like just without more just like you go along the bracket.
Well, I don't think that would happen. So if we win here tonight, right, we'd play West Shamokin.
Yep.
We beat West Shamokin, right? Be the 5 seed, right?
Actually, we would be the.
And assume BG would play here, right?
We would be the low seed then.
Yeah.
Because I forgot.
I think that's how the bracket's set up, right? Because you can set up the graphic that You know what I mean? To where the top seed plays the lower seed team across the board. We have a student section here from
Bishop Carroll.
yeah, and they have
One
a
of
kid up
them's
there.
in I was going to say, in a full suit. I thought I was the only one that did that this year, but I was wrong.
Yeah, I will say, whenever you did it, I was also in business at the time. I was business casual. I was business up top, casual
I
on
think
bottom.
this guy appears like trying to almost be a coach per se. Like they just scored there, and he started pacing back and forth, clapping. It was.
I think that is the effect. He's going for the Coach K.
Whenever we dressed up, it was like a business trip, you know.
Yeah, he is doing the. I think that's also why they're top row, so they don't get yelled at for it.
Yeah.
I will admit it's a little funny. On the serve now, it's going to be number 13, Bailey Garver.
Set and spike from Cavender.
Top of the net.
That's blocked by Bradley there.
It's going to be 13-12.
And Bryn Caucho comes in for Tatum Laughhard. Sorry, I'm struggling here with some of these names.
On the serve is going to be Michaela Koshko. Ooh, free ball. Just bounces over off the net there. A little bit of miscommunication there between Cavender and Clore. Didn't quite know who was going to get it. That's a spike. And that's going to be Playsburg point. The Bear at 25 couldn't quite save that. Bunak who couldn't quite get there to save that. On the serve now, it's going to be 16, Dickin for the Bulldogs. And the spike there is off the top of the net. And with that, I believe that will be a Bishop Carroll timeout. And we're going to take a quick break. We will be right back for the rest of the first set. And we're back. Score 15-12 coming out of the timeout. Been back and forth here so far.
Spike from Bradley there, dug out by Hill.
And that's going to be point. That'll be Gill. Quite the play there from Gill off the Bulldogs.
Almost an ace there from Dickin. Spike from Caucho. Another point there for the Lady Bulldogs, making it 17-12. And tip over there from Cavender. Spike from Cavender here, and that one does go out. Number 5 on the serve, Emma Beckett. Spike there from Gill.
And it's going to be number 23, McClure on the serve. And historically, when you need somebody to score points, service points for you, it's Ben Clore over the course of her career. I don't have a stat to back that up, just anecdotal evidence that she's a pretty good server and she gets a lot of points for it. And as I say it, that happens. I think I went on too long. I think that's where the CKTV curse came in, and the Bishop Carroll student section is now doing the flashlight wave. I think somebody's playing See You Again somewhere. They're doing the flashlight wave.
Well, they're doing it at our student section.
Yeah.
Because our student section is mimicking theirs.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see over there in the corner now. We have Dale wearing his letter jacket, doing them. Yeah, this is really something over here going on. And the student section's next to the table today, so they see that I'm talking about them, which is interesting. But
Spike from Polis.
I think we need to get Dale to suit. Can we make that happen, Ethan?
I mean,
normally,
maybe for the next game.
I know. Well, see, here's the thing. Normally we're live, and I'm like, hey, can we make this happen? And then somebody goes and makes it happen somehow. And now a flashlight was getting flashed at us. I think this is going to be an interesting development between the student sections here.
There's going to be a thing at the loudspeaker. Please turn off all flashlights in the stands.
Honestly, I'm shocked there hasn't been.
Honestly.
Because, I mean, they are in full view of the official of the ladder official, if you will. Normally for these playoff games, they're a bit, they're pretty strict.
Yeah, they're on their game if that makes sense.
You know, all in the fairness of the game, but yeah, I think I am shocked. Actually.
Free ball there by Cavender.
This volley has been going on for
Spike
quite a while, and that will go long. That's going to be out. That's going to be Bulldog point.
A little too much mustard there by Heinrich.
Which, we talked about this last stream. In this economy, wasting mustard, and that's going to be timeout Bulldogs to score 16-19 here. We're going to take a quick break as we close out the first set. And we are back on the serve. It's going to be number 5, Cavender. And that will be out. That will be another Bulldog point out of the timeout.
A little too much mustard there from Beckett.
And there's a little bit of a conversation at the scorer's table.
And as we've mentioned before, we're in today's economy. Too much mustard is just insensitive.
A year ago we could joke about it, but now, come on.
Yes.
That's going to be another Bulldog point as the Bulldogs just sucking the momentum and slowly pulling away here. It's going to be Cavender on the serve. Not low over the net.
Cavender always serves like a net skimmer, like it just barely gets over the net, which I think that's a good serve. Yeah, I think that's a good thing.
I don't know a lot about the theory of volleyball serving. So.
I know quite literally zero.
Yes, which is what I meant when I said I don't know a lot. That was a great play there.
Couldn't quite see it from the ref, but it looked like a good play.
Almost an elite ball placement there. It was so close.
We got number 22 here on the serve, Kasho.
The student section called that out, but I do not believe it was. And I think they called carry there.
Yeah.
I think that's carry, or at least it has the same result.
It is 21-18 now.
Play off the net there.
21-19 now.
That's right, Bishop Carroll.
This one's neck and neck
back.
here. Spike from Garver.
Ooh. Just slips off the hand, and Carroll fighting back here. Score 21-20.
A little bit of a shift in momentum.
That's right, I think. Yeah. Right to Cavender. Garver. Right at the back line. Comes the set. A free ball. It's Garver on the spike. Good spike. Free ball. Floor. Polis. And that will be the point. Polis. CK. Great play there from the Bulldogs. I don't think Carroll was expecting the spike over on the second hit there.
I was not expecting it either.
No, I mean, normally, you know, the Bulldogs very disciplined, using all 3 hits. You know, I think that was a good switch up. You know, Polis had the spike. Wow, miscommunication there from the Huskies. You know, like I was saying, I mean, I think that was Polis had the shot and she took it. And the second shot, I think that was a great play there. It's going to be Gill on the serve. Comes a set, spike, and the kill there. Number 4, Heinrich, score 21-23. His game coming down to the wire. It's going to be number 12 on the serve for the Huskies, Madison Ostinowski. And that goes long. That'll be Bulldog point. And now Polis gets the shot to score the final 2 points for the Bulldogs, or the final 2 points scored by the Bulldogs here in the first set. She gets to serve on game point. Score 24-21. Ball comes over. Good set. And number 5, Beckett, and that's out. That's going to be Claysburg point. And
that is the set.
That's right, and the Bulldogs will win that set 21-24.
And they're playing music.
And we're back after that not so brief intermission. Here in the Dog Pound, we were rocking to We're Not Gonna Take It by, who's that by, Ethan? I don't even know.
Twisted Sister,
Twisted
maybe?
Sister, okay. You know, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to say that and be wrong, because I know people who like bands are weird, and they'd be like, oh, that wasn't Twisted Sister.
Yeah, they would like crucify you for
yeah,
it.
and I'd like never catch a break. They'd be like, you said that was by Twisted Sister, and he's like, shut up, Gary. On the opening serve of the second set here, we have number 13. It's going to be Garver. While I was talking about We're Not Going to Take It, me and Bailey shared eye contact. That was just a little bit too long.
And previously before that, her and I shared eye contact. That was extremely a bit too long.
Yeah, just like she just looked at us, and she didn't make any facial expressions. Just looked. And it was a little like I was talking to you guys, and like. And it was just weird, you know, like it startled me. I think that's why I choked up for a little bit. I think that really gave me the final, I'm not going to say this is by Twisted Sister, you know. And the Bulldogs get the serve back, and this is going to be number 16, Dickin. And that's going to be the block there from Cavender. Cavender. I'm getting a lot of blocks this game. That's going to be Dickin on the serve again. Here's a set. Spike is going to be 22. Costco. Here's a set. Push over.
Spike there from Bradley.
Ostinsky. Comes a set. Spike from Gill. And that goes long, and that will be Carroll Point. Score here is 2s. And it's going to be number 5, Beckett, on the serve for the Huskies. Comes Cavender across the middle. Spike, and that's in. Vicious spike there from the sophomore. The serve for the Bulldogs is going to be 23. Rebecca Clore having a great season, senior season. I think Bulldogs looking to make a long run here in the playoffs.
I believe with the win, we're playing West Shamokin at West Shamokin, correct?
Yes, that is what I'm seeing. And that will be on Monday. Interesting. I mean, I am interested to see how the district playoff shakes out here.
At the end of the day,
looking at it, I think it really anybody could take could go far. I think there's a lot of good teams single A this year.
Like I feel like whoever wins the District 6 is gonna
go
in the
far.
state playoff is really gonna go.
I think they'll go far. Yeah. So, I mean, District 6, a lot of good teams here. As I'm looking, I mean Portage, West
Branch is what 17-8. Well, including tournament games, West Branch is 28-0, and they are the second seed.
That's right. And I mean, they were here for the ICC championships on Tuesday, and I mean they look tight. I mean
They showed up. They were in the junior high and varsity game, and they did not lose a set the whole time. They beat the varsity 3-0 and junior high 2-0. So they are certainly a well-oiled machine.
And they have been. They have been a powerhouse for as long as I can remember broadcasting here. That's going to be Point Carroll. Score 6-3. Carroll taking an early lead here.
Lady Bulldogs did win set 1. Number 17, Tia Bradley is serving. Senior for the Huskies. Huskies are a pretty well-rounded team. They have all ages. They aren't lacking in any.
Yeah. That is the, it doesn't really, having a good mix of classes, it doesn't really matter that year.
Yeah.
Then you get to, your weak year, your year where you only had one player who has been playing, you know what I mean? And then you really feel that drag, It's just ongoing.
It's like having
program.
like 5 starting seniors in basketball,
Yeah.
and then like after that year, you're like, well, we have some rebuilding. You know what I mean?
And we're going through that right now. I mean, we have, we had, what do we have last year? We had 11 returning letter winners, I think, for basketball for our boys.
We had
basketball
7
team.
seniors,
7 seniors.
which for a basketball.
We would have 9 returning letter winners then, because we had 7 seniors, and then we had me and Wyatt Buell, who were the other 2 letter winners.
Which 7 seniors for a Claysburg basketball team
big
is a
numbers.
lot by a landslide. We actually have a decent number this year. We have you, me,
8, I think, 7 or 8, something like that.
Yeah, but we have a good number again.
Yeah. I will say, I think, generally across the board, our basketball program here at Claysburg has, we've increased in our numbers with the current people coming through. I think we have a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors, a lot of seniors, and I think that's really, I think that really comes down to us having like a phenomenal youth program, when we were younger. And I think that's something that goes overlooked. You can have these great high school programs, these great high school cultures. But, if you don't have a youth program to back that up, to get the next generation of people in through the high school program, the culture means nothing.
I will say our basketball program right now is, it's like, I feel like it, like, how would I describe it? It's like, I feel like we're trying, right now is like almost the build-up, because I think, what is it, in like the last 40 years we've had one winning season. So Claysburg isn't traditionally known as a basketball school, but
no, we were.
What our coach always says is we're known for, we never like quit. We always go hard. You know what I mean?
The Coach Harris quote is, we'll be in the circle there in the middle of the court on the Bulldog. We'll be like, look what you're standing on. You're standing on a Bulldog. And he's like, William, oh crap, what's his name? Churchfield.
Winston
Churchill. He's like, Winston Churchill. He didn't have a golden retriever. He didn't have a German Shepherd. He had a Bulldog. You know why he had a Bulldog? Because they never quit. Never quit. And that's the speech we get every year. And he is right. You look historically in every sport, we're a little scrappy sometimes.
Yeah.
Fair within the rules of the game, but not normally laid down like that.
Yeah.
Was it bump?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like, it doesn't really matter our record. We're not gonna like lay down and let you.
We've come a long way from being the senior night game.
Yeah.
That was and that was us in every sport for a while.
Yeah.
Every male sport, at least.
I feel like what has really
taken
taken a turn for the better is our football program.
Yeah, so I would agree. I
think this year is considered a down year, and we're 1 game away from 500.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. I think, you look at, the preseason blitz comes out every year. You look at our 10-year record, and it was not good. I mean, up until 2016, we were not a playoff team. I think we
made
played
the playoffs
10 senior nights one year.
Yeah. The first year I remember us making the playoffs is we played Blairsville, and it would have been our seventh grade year.
Seventh grade, yeah.
And then we were 4-6 that year, but a lot of our players who ended up being future like stars for our team, I would say, were very young at that point.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just like 6-4, 7-3, 7-3.
And we had 1-6.
Compared to our last year,
1-6, and now we're 4-5.
that was a COVID year. We'll say that.
Yeah, we can blame it on that, but we all know that's not what happened.
But compared to the early 2000s, mid to early 2000s for our football team, that was definitely a tremendous improvement.
Yeah.
I will say, my dad always talks up his football teams he was on.
He
does the classic dad. He's like, we didn't run anything fancy, traps, knocks, dives.
Power. Run the eye. Run power
and he said we couldn't pass, but we could run all over teams, and that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, and And I love that because, listen, you can't run the power I anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Not in the ICC. You can't do it in the ICC because well, you can do it in the ICC, but the second you leave the ICC and you play anybody with a heartbeat, you know, anybody who's good, you know, they will destroy you if you run a power I. Because the fact of the matter is, with a power I, you have to cover a quarter of the field. You have to cover with spread. You know what I mean? And you don't need speed, right? I mean, you don't even really need to be all that strong to defend it. Like, you can beat power I by alignment. That's the problem with power I, you know? And, you know, not even to begin to mention that there's no, like, you're not going to get good alignments. You know, you're not going to get massive holes running power I. Yeah. That's just, you know what I mean? Your runners are going to get beat up. You also need a fullback who can take the abuse of playing every single snap. Yeah. Right? And is also physical enough and hard-nosed enough to blow open holes. Right? Because your line isn't making the holes because all they can do is block straight because they're so close to each other. Right? So I think power I in the 21st century is a pipe dream, and we just need to quit talking about it as a formation you can run as your entire offense. It's just doesn't work. You know, at least not well. Teams don't win state championships running power I.
Yeah, usually the teams that win state championships are.
They're going to spread you out.
Yeah. Well, they also just have like 5 killer athletes on their team too.
That too. They also have like every school has had like their class of the century where where top to bottom they're filled with athletes. Everybody has had their year. And we got a short break in the action here, so we will be right back. And we're back after that brief intermission.
Mr. Helsel treated us to some staying alive there, took us back to the 70s.
Right. I will say, I know it is something that we often hate on here at CKTV, but I do appreciate the music. You know, I think it livens the atmosphere. You know, it makes it feel bigger, you know? What are they calling that? Which way? They call that Bulldog point. That one, barely out. I mean,
the line judge actually called it in, but then they overruled.
They checked that. They said, nah, that was out.
17-12 now. The Lady Huskies are leading. Ace there from Dickin. Good timeout there by Julie Cavender to try to rally the momentum back to the Claysburg side.
I think that is an underappreciated realm of sports, is using your timeouts wisely, you know? And I think most people get it, you know, but some people are truly, like, they just get it right. And they get they stop the slide, and they come back, and they put the points on. And that's what the Bulldogs need to do here. Bush. Spike perfectly placed, just out of reach for Dickin. Wasn't quite able to fully get a hold of it. And it's going to be number 5, Emma Beckett, for the Huskies on the serve. Score 13-19. This is a big serve here for Beckett. Ooh, skims off the top of the net. And Beckett gets the point. Score 20-13.
Gets the nice roll off the net there.
You know, I said she needed a nice serve, and she got a perfect.
Yes.
That is just brutal to cover. Great hustle play there from the Lady Bulldogs to get a hold of that. And that was 17. Bradley on the vicious spike down the middle. Score 21-13. And it's 8 p.m., which means Trick or Treat is now over. So I hope if you were out this evening, you got all your candy. And, you know, also maybe, you know, we'll see this gym start to fill up.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some people in Halloween costumes start to come in.
That'd be a ride. I know Tussie's theme for tonight was Halloween costume. And I think that would have been really fun, personally. Like, I love the theme we're doing tonight. It's one of my favorites ever. But Halloween would have been.
It would have been great.
Would have been phenomenal. Well, this is the last volleyball game.
Yeah, last volleyball game we call.
Yeah, that's
unless there would be like a playoff game here not involving Claysburg that we might record.
And I think we probably will be a neutral site for one of these.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, I don't know if they.
And I'm not 100% sure if we're going to record that or not.
Yeah.
But I'll be here regardless just to watch because
that's another
there's something to do.
Say, if somebody is watching this and they were upset that this was not live, that it's not 8:03 and you're hearing me right now, you know, there is a payment wall between us and streaming this live. So, you know, if you want us to stream the game live, you know, reach out to the athletic department. I'm sure they will accept a donation for us to stream these games live. And that was out. That'll be Bulldog point.
That was out by a smidge.
By a hair.
Yes.
I could take my hair if my hair was on the line.
Yeah.
Out.
23-15 now. Lady Huskies in the lead. And we see it. And we've already got our first trick-or-treaters coming in here.
Ooh, it's off the top. Yeah. Did not take long at all. 4 minutes. Trick-or-treat ended 4 minutes ago. And they're already in here. That's out. Score 16-23. Bulldogs claw back. And both Bishop Carroll's real coach and their student section coach very happy right now. Oh, we score Claysburg. Score 23-17. And Bishop Carroll's student section coach is livid up in the top row. How about it, Ethan?
Crazy how their emotions can change.
I know. It's blink of an eye. Ooh, that's spike. Top of the net. And I said he was livid before.
He is.
I mean,
his hair is shaking all around.
Yeah, looks like Coach Harris up there.
Minus the hair part, right?
Minus, yeah. Plus the hair, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, like, he would be Coach Harris just minus the hair.
Yeah.
You know.
Score, 24-18, late in the second. Joining us now, Bulldog. Well, you wouldn't be just joining us now.
Yes.
But there's your line score. That was force of habit there.
If you, for some reason, clicked on the video and skipped to this point.
This exact point. I like to think that that's something that will happen, you know?
Yeah.
That that somebody clicked on that point and just got to hear. If you're just joining us now, I think that would make my week. Ooh, and they're gonna call the carry there to end the set.
I think they might have called a double hit. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know. It gets weird when you go up with two hands up by the net trying to push over. The way you get the ball is a little weird sometimes. But that will be a Bishop Carroll win, and we will see you back here in a couple seconds for the third set. And we're back early in the third. Early substitution for the Bulldogs. Number 33, the libero, comes in.
Elena Hill.
And I think the same thing happened over here on the Carroll side. Number 25.
Casey Bynack.
That's right. She's also on the serve here. Score. The set. And wow. Double hit there. Interesting call. Early score for Carroll. Five. It goes long. That was Beckett. Actually. And here comes Garver on the serve. Scores 1-1. Set score the same. Hill, great effort.
Two good digs there from the Bulldog.
Yeah. Hill ends up scoring the point there, actually, on her free ball.
Garver here on the serve for the Lady Bulldogs as they're out to an early 2-1 lead. Sets are 1-1 now. Claysburg winning the first.
Oh, and the set there. The spike there from Beckett into the net. Score 1-3. Garver once again. Great effort there from the libero. Bonak. Matt barely out. Score 2-3. CK leads in the serve. 15. It's Koshko. That will be out. The Point Bulldogs. Score 4-2. Bulldogs lead. Score now 4-3.
Spike from Cavender, blocked by Bradley.
Spike there, hits off the top of the net. Way to recover for Carroll. Set, and tip over from Gill. Gill's had some great ball placement tonight. And they go to Cavender this time. And that's a spike from Bradley. That will be in. It's all tied up now. Score 4-all. And it will be number 5, Beckett on the serve. Push over. Set from Cavender. Is free balled by Garver. Spike right off the top of the net. Dig by Garver. And free ball by Clore. Bradley. Ferocious spike. And they call a net violation there. I believe that's on number 5, Cavender. And that would be point Bishop Carroll. Be number 5, Emma Beckett on the serve once again.
After watching these first 2 sets, it is pretty safe to say that this is certainly anyone's game.
So this could go any.
2 pretty evenly matched teams.
I would agree. On the serve now, we have Clore. Up on your screen, the broadcast team for this evening. It's me and Ethan on the mic, Jaylee Swindell and Autumn Frazier on cameras, and we have Taylor Conrad producing. Forgot to do that earlier, but I didn't know. That's all that counts, right?
Mm-hmm. Good save there from the Lady Bulldogs.
Score is 5s. Set right at the net, pushed by. Ooh. Spike from Bradley, just out of reach for Paulus.
Bradley has definitely shown some elite ball placement here tonight with their spikes.
Score 5-6. Bradley on the serve. Sends it over to Gill. Set. Paulus on the outside. And they call the double hit. They've been beating the Bulldogs up with that this evening. I wish I, knew more about that. I mean, volleyball to tell you, but they give points to the Bulldogs. Called the violation on the net. Score 7-6.
Can I just say, if I was reffing a volleyball game, I would be so lost, unless I was line judging.
But even line judging would have me lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe that should be the fantasy football punishment.
Honestly.
You have to line judge a volleyball game.
I feel like the like even in football though, like I'd be watching the play too much to like see a hold back here.
Yeah.
Or anything like.
Well, and the other thing is, you really shouldn't be calling holds behind the play.
Yeah, like if it doesn't have to do with the play, like I get mad when they call it.
And it's not even like, it's not even like, oh, we just shouldn't call that, because I think it might technically be a foul, but it shouldn't be. Because I think the rule is if it impedes the progress of the player, you would have made the tackle. That's why they give you 10 yards.
Yeah. I feel like
and I've actually had refs, tell me they won't call it away from the play. Reason.
I feel like the one that I could do is baseball, even though that is like the most important umpiring job, because like
call everything. Every play you're calling something. It'll be Point Carroll, score 10-6.
I'd say more just because like baseball, you don't have to constantly be watching, if that makes sense.
I think the easiest, mentally, would have to be basketball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true, because I guess wherever the ball was is where the foul was.
Yeah, and I mean, they have, 4 refs typically, and they normally each get a spot in the court. And so actually refs they shouldn't be looking at the ball in basketball. They should be looking at their section of the court. And so a lot of times, me, I will get away from the ball fouls. I will get fouled away from the ball, and it will not get called because the ref is not looking away from the ball, And then you also have interesting things happen under the basket because the ref is looking straight up at the ball and not in the paint, right? Because your ref who's out behind the three-point line looks if the shot goes in. The ref behind the basket looks down and calls the personal fouls, right?
Yeah.
And so, sometimes you can use that to your advantage.
My dad's favorite thing to yell in the stands is 3 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Whenever they miss the 3, because that's a common missed one.
It is a very common miss.
And I feel like my dad just goes to games just to sit there and count. My dad's up in the stands doing the arm intervals 1, 2, 3. It's 3 seconds.
Yeah, I know. And the thing with 3 seconds is they can't call it every time.
Yeah.
But I will say one time it got called on me, and I was fuming. It was in a JV game. This was last year. Standing at the top of the key, and they called 3 seconds on me. And I'm I tell the ref, I'm maybe I was in the paint for 3 seconds. But the fact of the matter is, I'm standing at the top of the key.
Yeah.
I could be in the paint, but that's not somewhere you should be calling a 3-second violation. The point of that rule is so people don't camp underneath the basket. 7-foot tall kids don't camp underneath the basket and get the ball and then just go like that. That's the point of that.
I feel like unless it's blatantly obvious, you're mad when they call it on you because it happens every play. Someone's got to be in there for 3.1 seconds or, you know what I mean?
The thing with that play, that call, is it is always the tallest person on the team who is in the paint for 3 seconds. So how do you miss it? How do you miss it? When it happens every play, it's the tallest person. How do you miss it? We've gone on a lot of unending rants this
Yeah.
evening, Ethan. And I feel bad for Taylor. She's had to listen to every single one of them.
Poor Taylor, right?
And the best part is, normally, like, the person who's producing will react. Taylor has not reacted
She just
at
sat
all.
there.
She's just like stone cold
Blank
killer,
face.
mama mentality, just producing. And I don't know. I'm shocked at your like ability to like put up with.
She's laughed a couple
garbage coming
times,
out of her
apparently.
mouth. Have you laughed a couple times? I've missed it. You're
I haven't
like
seen those.
You don't have
Every
like a
time I
big
look over, you were
physical
like
laugh.
almost in tears.
Huh? You're enjoying this?
You don't look like it.
I appreciate that. Even though like we get that a lot, I still appreciate it. Also, this conversation is really funny because it's happening with like a second delay. So you're hearing what I'm saying like a second after my mouths it. So this must be really trippy for you. It is. That's why I love talking to the producer.
It's cool though, cause like I can like look away and just like whisper like Taylor. She can still hear me.
Yeah, and she'll look like a second later. That'll be another point for Carroll. Score 15-10. There is a volleyball game going on. I know me and Ethan have ignored it for a couple minutes.
A few points.
Yeah, we have that tendency.
But it is.
That was in. That'll be Bishop Carroll point. I think that's part of the character of the show. You know, that's part of the enjoyable nature of our broadcast. You know, we're not always all game. You know, I think me and Ethan do take this time to spew some of our more controversial
To give our
sports
opinions, even though you guys didn't ask for it.
Nobody asked. Like as Taylor says,
like
to me all the time,
our entire
nobody
live
asked.
stream is just a big when.
Yeah.
When did I ask?
Honestly, you can go back over the past 4 years and find just a plethora of takes that nobody asked for from me, and that will be a Claysburg timeout. And
Bishop
Mr.
Carroll.
Helsel's going to the phone, so we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. And we are back. Score 10-17.
Good dig there from Cavender.
Great minds think alike. And they call that Carroll point. The Bulldogs.
I'm not even sure what the infraction was there.
At this point, I think they have more points from violations on the Bulldogs than they do earned points. I don't know if that's how you say it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Score 11-18. It is going to be Garver on the serve, number 13.
And that one is mishit there by Beckett. Set, spike from Bradley.
Long. Wow. And they called that in. And I can even see Mr. Castle's face. He knows that's out. Zach, the trainer, knows that's out. This whole gym knew that was out. They called that in. And I hear the calls for replay. That's normally us, but we're not live right now. Yeah. No shot of replay. But, spike there from Bradley. Dig from Garver. Push over. Set from Dickin. Clore. Set, and it's Bradley. The tip over.
Spike from Cavender.
Oh, goes off her hands.
There was
funny.
some funky spin on that one.
And, you know, that's kind of a remarkable point there, you know. Kind of a
whatever works, you know.
Exactly.
A point is a point.
The quote I always go back to is sometimes it is better to be lucky than good.
Yeah.
That is a common theme of life.
Volleyball.
I think just life in general.
Yeah.
It's originally a football quote, I believe.
That's out.
So. Score 14-19.
We have Allie Dickin here on the serve.
Skims over the top of the net. Great ball placement. Ooh, hit and stuck on the top of the net. Ooh, the block. Floor. It's going to be. That ball goes long, and they're going to save it. Set from floor. Push. Great play there from Cavender. Some good ball placement. The tip. The spike. Almost got some pretty nice bounce off the net. Free ball. Cavender. Scramble. Free ball from Gill. Long. And that bounces just out. Score should be 15-19. And we have Dickin on the serve here for the Bulldogs. 18 with the pushover. Ooh, they give point Bulldogs. Being liberal with the call of the double hit on the set. That goes long. Score 16-20. And here comes score on the serve. That'll be Bulldog point there. Shocked they didn't call the double hit on the Bulldogs there somehow.
Yeah. Timeout there. Bishop Carroll score is 20-17. The Huskies are in the lead. We'll be right back.
And we're back. Score is 17-20. It's going to be Clore on the serve. Bradley, the spike, hits off the top of the net. Rolls back, Claysburg rolls back to the Carroll side. Score 18-20. Clore. Dig there from Dickin. Push from Cavender. Takes the block. It's going to be free ball. On the set. Out to Gill. Spike. And Gill gets the kill. That's the kill for Gill. I love it.
The Gill kill.
Yeah, the Gill kill. I want a graphic for that. You know? I couldn't time it right because we have a software interface, not a hardware interface. So, we won't always time it right, but I would appreciate it if we get like a Gill kill. And it's like Michael Myers with the knife going like this. Just says kill. That'll be point. Huskies.
It'll be Bradley here on the serve as Heinrich comes in for Bynack.
This here a big set. As it's tied 1-1. That'll be point Bulldogs.
Bradley goes out and Bynack, the libero, comes back in. Have Emily Cavender here on the serve for the Lady Bulldogs. And tip over there from
Free ball by Cavender.
Laffard.
Dig. Play off the net by Clore. Free ball by Polis.
And
they call that
she went over the line.
That'll be on number 5.
Or 15, rather.
Yeah. Score now, 21-all. Here late in the third. Cavender on the serve. This is a big point here. Steal the momentum here late in the set. Spike. And they call that Bulldog point.
I think there's a net violation there.
I think it was too. I think it was the most net violations I've seen in a game all year. I think that comes down to, you know, playoffs. Refs tighten it up a little bit. You know, and that would be out. Goes wide. Score 22-all.
This one coming down to the wire here.
That's right. I wouldn't be shocked if this goes to 26 or 27. The rate it's going
Most
right
we've
now.
seen this year was 29 in the third set against Tussey.
And that was quite the game there. Bulldogs led that. Ooh. That got blocked back into their own net. That was a great block by Polis. Just couldn't get the ball placement right out of the block. Score's going to be 22-23. Cavender, spiked by Garver, 5 feet out. It's Beckett.
Spike from Garver. Precisely placed off the top of the net there, right over the blockers.
I know, that was a really great play.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not sure if it was on purpose, but we're going to go with yes.
I don't know. Can you place the ball like that on purpose? I don't know.
I know I can't.
That's not something I would be able to do. I'm not going to discount it. Something
Great dig there
nobody
from
can
Cavender.
do. But very impressive either way, I think. Great coverage there from Garver defensively. It's a set. It's going to be Latinsky on the outside. Moore not quite able to dig out the Heinrich spike. It'll be Carroll, 24. Bulldog, 23. And on the serve here, it's going to be number 12, Ostinsky. Garver not quite able to free ball it over. Carroll's going to win that set narrowly, 25-23. And that's going to be 2 sets, as the Bishop Carroll student section is telling me up there.
And I assume Helse is going to start playing music here soon, so we'll be right back.
That's right. we have returned. Trying to switch it up. Service point there for Garver. That is the way to start off the 4th set. If you have short-term memory loss, here's the line score from this evening. Bulldogs taking the 1st set narrowly, and then Carroll taking the 2nd set by a little bit more. And then Carroll taking the 3rd by a little bit less. And that will be number 5, Beckett. Vicious spike from the outside. And out goes Golden, and in comes 18, Laffard. Number 15, Costco on the serve. Free ball by Garver. The tip over from Dickin. Bradley. Play off the net. Dickin. Ooh. And down goes Dickin. She gets back up, gets the ball. Great hustle there from Dickin. The runner. I've seen a lot of great hustle plays here from the Bulldogs here early. Beckett, ooh, and she cannot quite get a hold of all of it. I think she jumped too early.
Mm-hmm.
She jumped.
Looked like she mistimed it there.
She tried to air Jordan, do it from the free throw line. Didn't quite work out. And by free throw line, I mean the 10-foot line. Wow, and another one off the front. 2 mental errors early for the Huskies. But I will say, I think, well, I don't know if they're lucky to hit the top of the net, but that was a spike with some heat on it. She got a hold of it. And Bradley taking care of business there in the middle. Score 2-3. And it's going to be Beckett serving. Cavender. Dickin. Floor. To Gill. That goes long. Just barely outside. And that will tie it all up to score 3-3. And we got a hallway ball. Ref says, hey, don't go on that hallway.
Heck with that ball.
Yeah. We don't need it. That's what the ref said. We don't need that ball. There's a new one. And that will be out. Bulldog point. It's going to be Clore here on the serve. Carroll point, score 4-4. Oh, and the Bulldogs got a little bit of a campfire going there. They hit the infamous vent. Infamous. I think that's the right word, yes. That long. That's Heinrich.
Yeah, Zach.
Bulldogs and the Huskies going back and forth here.
Battle of the Dogs.
That's right. Huskies versus the Bulldogs.
It's a canine clash here in the Dog Pound.
Oh my gosh. And I think I might have to change the tagline to that. Let's see, where's it at? I can change it. Match details. Tagline. PIAA playoff. And there we go. There we go. Now look at our scoreboard. Taylor, look at the scoreboard. Isn't that great? I know you heard it, but now I'm telling you to look at it.
You heard it, now you see it.
And everybody should look at the scoreboard because it's phenomenal. Shout out to Ethan for making our tagline great. The score is 6-all. For those of you who are curious, it has been 3-3, and now 4, and then 4-3. I mean 4-4, and then 5-5, and now 6-6. So they have gone back and forth quite a bit here. Set. Spike from Garver. Back row. And she gets it. That would be home point. And in comes 7. That's Golden. And out goes number 18, Lafford. It's going to be Gill on the serve. Back row to Cavender. Ooh, and the block from Polis at the net. That ultimately leads to the Bulldog point. First point. This is the first consecutive point for either team since the score was 1-3. That was such an ESPN stat.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of that.
That is the. I don't even know what you said.
Stats. I said that was the first consecutive point since the score was 1-3.
Yes.
Which is true. It's also true that that's the type of random ESPN stat they would pull out.
Like the Phillip Rivers children,
yeah,
9.
Or it was it was Phillip Rivers and Aaron Rodgers, I think.
Yeah.
And
what were you about to ask me before I said that?
No, I was about to ask you what your favorite Monday Night Football graphic was.
That was it. It was hit. I don't. Was it Aaron Rodgers? I don't remember, but it was like.
It was either him or Patrick Mahomes.
I can find it.
Just listen, it was definitely Phillip Rivers though. And the best part of
I know Phillip Rivers.
The best part of that graphic is that it implies that Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback because he has no kids.
Yeah.
That's the best part of the graphic. And yeah, maybe there's truth to that, you know?
Oh, it was him and Joe Burrow.
Ah, that's who it was.
It was like. Is there a timeout?
No, yes, actually. We'll take a quick break.
And then I'll read you this graphic after. And we're back, and picking up where we left off, let me just read this graphic quick. So it was him and Joe Burrow. It said age. Joe Burrow, 23, Phillip Rivers, 28. He gave their pass yards. Phillip Rivers is like about 60,000. Joe Burrow is like 1,500. Passing touchdowns, Phillip Rivers, 403. Joe Burrow, 6. Rushing touchdowns, Phillip Rivers, 3. Joe Burrow, 2. Children, 0. Phillip Rivers, 9. And then there was a graphic with Mahomes, Rodgers, and Rivers that just said number of children. And the other ones have 0, so it was just 9. That was it.
I thought Mahomes had a kid at this point. Does he?
This was prior to the birth of his child, I assume.
And I think actually the graphic that we're talking about, the Burrow Rivers one, I think that's a Fox graphic.
That is a Fox graphic. It had like the cartoon characters.
Yeah. You gotta love Fox Sports. That headline I showed you earlier was from Fox Sports.
Liz Barr's favorite channel to watch football on.
That's right. She's really gonna appreciate that. That shout out, dude. The straight up lie of a shout out. Wow. And that was Beckett. She gets a hold of that one. Score 11-9. We were talking earlier about well-placed timeouts, and that was a good well-placed timeout from the Huskies. And it will be number 12, Ostinowski, on the serve.
Tried to get the spike from the back row, did Austinowski.
Yeah.
She was unsuccessful in doing so.
The 15-foot spike does not
Yeah.
go.
That's a tough one to pull off.
Yeah. It's a bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays
I
off.
will say, I don't know if you saw this, but I just saw the water bottle connection. I don't know who threw it, but I saw who caught it. It was a perfect throw. I mean, it was an empty water bottle, too. Just perfectly thrown to the person walking to the trash can. Fell right in the bread basket. I mean, it might have been starting quarterback Dave Coach. Bradley. Dickin. Free ball by Clore. Oh, and that would have gone.
That would have been out,
That
but it
would've
was
been
too much
out.
heat for Justin to move out of the way. 12-11 now. Lady Bulldogs holding on to the lead. It's Bynack is on the serve here, the libero. In the light blue jersey rather than dark. Good tip there by Beckett. Spike from Garver is blocked at the net. Able to be saved there by the Lady Huskies. Another spike from Garver. Push over there by Austinowski. Blocked by Bradley.
Bradley. Oh, and that would have gone out too, I think. The Bulldogs got to communicate here. They're going to win this for a set to hold on. And that was out.
That looked out.
There you go. Bulldog point.
I will say, I feel like an issue for the Lady Bulldogs here tonight has been inability to get their spikes to fall, and that is due to Bradley. Like, she's always been there at the net to block them.
And I will say the interesting like byproduct of that is the weirdest free balls have become points.
Yeah.
Like just falling right in the middle of everybody on the Huskies there. You know? That should be out. That'll be Bulldog point again. Score 14-11. Give point to the Huskies there. Yeah, but there's a whistle in the middle of their serve.
I think that was like the stoppage of play.
Yeah. I don't know. What had they called?
What is that? Are you only allowed to bounce it a certain amount of times or take a certain amount of seconds to serve maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, normally they give you the and then you do the hands. I didn't catch it. I'm sure it happened. I just didn't catch it. I normally don't pay that much attention to the serving process. Yeah, there's the whistle. And I don't think you can only bounce the ball a certain number of times because I've seen people Tom Brady that ball. I mean, get rid of the air in that ball. I mean, they're pounding it and they just go poof, 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 poof. They bounce it like 80,000 times.
Yeah, I don't know what the call was. I'm going to have to ask Bailey after the game.
Yeah. They'll fall in. Score 16-13. Huskies looking strong playing from behind here. Will be Beckett to serve. Set. Spike from Cavender. Tinsky cannot make the play off the net. And it's going to be Clore here on the serve. Score 17-13. And that ball comes up by us. Really are in the middle of the game here. And Garver comes up to get the ball. Great hustle play there from Garver to get the ball. And she sends it back to Clore. I hope you all appreciate my commentary on that on that play in between the whistles. set.
Certainly.
The ending and the starting whistle that time. Dig there from Garver. The spike off the top of the net. Altensky. Great dig from Polis. Set. Gill. The runner. Altensky outside. Long. In the duck there from Polis. And that will make the score 19-13. Floor on the serve here. The Bulldogs just 6 points away from holding on here. That is another error for the Husky back row.
And they're going to call a timeout, Bishop Carroll, and we'll be right back in a brief second. Welcome back. And it is 20-13. Lady Bulldogs are in the lead here in set 4. They need a win to stay alive.
And that was the kill for Gill.
The Gill kill.
Yeah, today you can just picture the graphic. Michael Myers with the bloody knife. Kill Gill.
I feel like at this point we shouldn't make one though because this is the last volleyball stream.
I wish I had this idea.
I wish we had this brilliant idea at the beginning of the year.
I know. If I had this idea even like 3 weeks ago, perfect. Well, not that because we weren't really live streaming a lot of games 3 weeks ago. Score.
We weren't announcing though.
No, I said 3 weeks ago. We've played almost exclusively away games since then.
Oh yeah, true.
This is our third home game in the past 3 weeks.
It's like the beginning of October, yeah.
Yeah. Our schedule very front-loaded.
Yeah.
With home games. And the Gill spike, not quite able to go over there. We didn't get another Gill kill. Score 21-15. Bradley on the serve. Set. And Bradley not quite able to get a hold of the spike there. And that was the third ball to come up in the middle section here by us.
We are definitely in firing distance.
That's right.
We are not out of range. Spike there from Garver.
You know, I just had an epiphany. We're on the wrong side of the gym, right?
Yeah.
We should be on the other side, like top row, so we can see everything.
Uh-huh.
We miss out on like a quarter of the court because we're on this side. And the ladder ref is on this side. Like, you know, I having this epiphany now, last game I'll ever call, you know, for volleyball.
Wow, last volleyball game we'll ever call, Zeke.
Yeah.
Where is the time gone?
Honestly. One of these days I think we should publish test stream number 2.
Yeah.
I think that's the first video you will find me on. Here on
I'm not sure what the first stream I announced on was. It was a volleyball game.
Probably. Line judge set in. The ladder ump set out, and they went with the ladder ump. Shouldn't matter, though. The score, 24-16. And, well, if Carroll comes back from being down 8 to win the game, and the other team had 24, they deserve to lose. Doesn't matter. We're going to 5 here tonight. Somebody put on another cup of coffee because we're going to be here a while. Playsburg wins that set. Take a quick break. We'll be right back. And we are back.
All comes down to this.
That's right. We are 15 points away from a District 6 first round victory for either of these teams here. The winner of this game goes on to play West Shamokin at West Shamokin next week on Monday, actually. So this might come out the day of the next game, which would be interesting, I think. Might be a good thing, because I do not see film for either of these teams. So. Wow. And that was Beckett. And she got some bounce. I can see why she was trying to spike it from the 10-foot line. She probably can. And she gets up there. Bradley. Push over by Clore. Oh, cannot make the play off the net. It's going to be 1-all. You have short-term memory loss. Here's the line score for the game. Quick summary. Playsburg took 1, and then Carroll took 2 and 3, and Playsburg just took the last set to push it to 5. Again, she gets 2 kills in a row there. Just once again, Beckett on the serve. It's going to be Costco, number 15. Michaela Costco. I believe there's two. Yes. There's a Michaela and there's a Bryn. Could be a double when they call it. They finally do. Reluctantly, I might add.
I think everyone on the Claysburg bench got up and, started yelling.
I mean, that was a late call. Very late.
That was one of the ones where the refs messed up and the fans reminded them, and they're like, "Oh yeah."
And I will say, you are always glad to see, the not too much pride to be like, yeah, you were right. And Polish doesn't quite get the good hit on that. Put it back into play. Score's going to be 2-4. On the serve, it's going to be Beckett. She had two incredible kills to open up the set here.
And a good serve there. Ostinowski with the spike.
With the tip over from floor, almost gets it. Ooh. Should have been tipped. That'll be Claysburg point. And the student section coach wants to know what's going on. They're confused, but they're wrong. There's a tip. There's a tip. Yep. Great call, ref. Because there was most definitely a tip there. Clear as day.
We saw it from here.
That's right. Score, 3-5. Bradley in the middle. She gets the spike, but she's going to get the point. It's going to be 3-6.
Six to 4 now. Husky lead. Emily Cavender on the serve here.
Bradley. Ooh, dug out by Cavender. Great dig. Back row. 15 feet out. Carver. Oh, and she gets it over Bradley. Great play there. It's going to be number 5, Cavender. Puts it up. Gets it over. That ball goes wild towards the bench. They got back into play. They free ball that over. It's great hustle there from the Huskies. Comes Polis, back row. And she gets it. That's a kill for Polis. Score's going to be 6-all. It's going to be Cavender on the serve. Looking to go on a run. Beckett. Floor. Garver, back row. It's a set Bradley. Oh, and she puts it right down in front of Garver. That was, I think that was a great tendency play there for Bradley. She had been putting it in the middle of the court. She got them all bunched up into the middle. Then she came there above the net, put it straight down. Great play there, Bradley. On the spike there from Garver, it's clean. It's gonna be 7-7. Garver answers in a big way. In comes Golden, number 7. And it's going to be number 7, McGill. Serve. Bradley over the middle, free ball. They're scrambling. Ooh, wow. The free ball from Cavender, and it falls. Bradley not quite able to get a hold of it there. Looks like there's a little bit of a miscommunication. Maybe somebody else called for that ball halfway through her bump there. Wasn't quite able to get it. A little bit of hesitation leads to a Bulldog point. Or dig. Polis. Back row. Comes. Set. Spike for Garver. Back goal. That should be a technical. We're going to give it a T, I think. Yellow card. What does that mean?
What happened there?
She did the U, Ethan. She hit the spike into the net, came back to her, and she punched it. So that should be the first warning.
Is this like soccer, like with yellow and red card?
Yeah. That was a great pull of the yellow card there. Garver. Set. Bradley. Dug out by Garver. Ooh. And they give it right to Bechtel. To Bradley with a perfect spike there. Scores 9-8. And it's going to be Altinsky on the serve. Cavender. Push over. Comes a set. Bechtel. Out. And that was out. That's going to be Bulldog point. Score 8-10. It's going to be Polis on the serve. 5 points away from victory. So big point here. Polis sends the ball over. Set. Bechtel outside. Hits off the net, and that's going to be Carroll point. Score 9-10. Carroll gets the serve. This is going to be Bradley. She goes back row. And in comes number 4, Heinrich.
Spike from, or pushover from Clore, rather.
That wild. Here it comes.
Beckett gets it over.
Comes a set. Beckett, out, and that's long. It's going to be 9-11. Bulldogs lead. It's going to be Garver on the serve. And shout out Mr. Kasich for chasing that ball down the hallway. Beckett, she gets it, that's in. Score 9-10. $11-10. Number 15, Michaela Koska. Play off the net. Great hustle play there from Clore and Garver. Beckett, the set. Back to Cavender. Gonna get up off the floor there. In the middle to Heinrich. Oh, and she hits that right into the soft spot. And it's gonna be 11-all. 11 points each. Koska once again. Over.
This one's really coming down to the wire here.
Yeah. Take every single point. Heinrich. There's Dickin. Free ball by Cavender. It's going to be Beckett. Oh, and she gets a spike. Blew the whistle early, and that'll be Bulldog point. I'm not sure.
I think she was over the line.
Wow. Great call there from the far official. Score 12-11. Set. Heinrich blocked by Cavender. Like the play. Set. Cavender middle. And she gets it. Score 13-11. Bulldogs just 2 points away, and it's going to be Dickin on the serve here. Bulldogs just 2 points away from beating Carroll here. Carroll's down, but they're not out yet. Heinrich, the spike. She gets it. Point Carroll. Score 12-13. All Claysburg needs to do now is get the serve back, and they'll be in a good spot. It's going to be Beckett. She goes to the back row. Hill Tip over. And that's going to be Bulldog point. Bulldogs get the serve back, and they are 1 point away. It's going to be Clore. I've said it many times, Clore's the person you want serving. Set. Heinrich, the spike, and she gets it. Scored 13-14. And in comes Bradley. I'm sure she'll give the Bulldogs problems here at the end of this set. Dickin. Garver. Cavender. Back row. Set. Bradley. The spike. Wow. And they give the point. And they call net. 14-14. This set's going to 16. Set. Polis on the push. Bradley. Back row. Dickin. Gill. Set. Altinsky outside with the push. Push. Cavender. Push. Man, a lot of pushes here.
I can't even talk right now.
It's so sick of saying it. It's so intense.
So down to the wire. Like if I was out there, I'd be like shaking.
Cavender with the point. Score 15-14. The Bulldogs 1 point away. And it's going to be Cavender on the serve now. And my heart is beating out of my chest here in the dog pound. This is intense. Comes a set. I know the student section thought that one was out. I think that was close. Bradley, she gets it. And this game will not end. It's going to keep going. It's going to at least 17 now.
Might play this one to 25.
Honestly, just for fun.
Yeah.
They might just. I don't know. Is there a drop dead? I know we talk about this every time.
I don't think so. I think it's just whoever gets up by 2 first.
Bradley, the spike, and she gets it. Bulldogs playing from behind now. And, it is. They got to get this point. It'll be the last point they ever play. Set. Comes a set. Spike by Garver. Back row. Set. Bradley. The tip. Ooh, she almost gets it. I think they could have called the net there. Comes a set. Bradley again. Ooh. Bulldogs playing clean. Ooh. Lore. Bradley. Lore. And that's long. Wow. And that's a heartbreaker. The Bulldogs lose the first round of the District 6 playoff at home. And that is a heartbreaker. Final score, 15-17. There's your final on the screen there. And, well, with that, Carroll will be at West Shamokin on Monday. Great game here by both teams. It was an honor to broadcast it. Special shout out to our administration for allowing us to shout into the void, as I like to say, here on CKTV. Shout out to Mr. Leap, our wonderful advisor, and shout out to the Education Foundation. They donated some cameras last year, so the HE is a little crispier than it was around this time last year. We really appreciate all your support. That's all I have. Ethan, you got anything else?
Just congratulations to the Lady Bulldogs on a great season. It's a shame it had to end this way, but
it's a great fight.
Yeah, great.
Teams.
That was quite the game.
That's right. I'm glad I got to be I got to be a part of it.
Michael says worth the money.
That's right. Well, sign off for now.
Yep.
That's all she wrote. See you next time.